Many videos on this channel focus on objects in the distant universe, that is, stars and galaxies in other places. There are many interesting topics related to stars and the universe, because scholars are always discovering new things. Hello, everyone. Is there something wrong with our Earth, the Sun, and other celestial bodies in the solar system? Welcome to the Global Fields channel. Today's content will introduce how our place in the Milky Way was formed. Come and watch the video. Billions of years ago, the solar system we currently live in was an isolated island in the universe, located at the edge of the Milky Way disk. Like all stars in the galaxy, the Sun also rotates around its center, with a period of about 250 million years. In addition, although there is no connection between them, other celestial bodies are also making similar movements. Because of this, as the imperial era goes by, the appearance of nearby stars in the galaxy is slowly changing. Various stars are approaching each other, or moving away from each other. In 10,000 years, the nearest star to the Sun will no longer be a sporadic star. Although the name of this small star means neighbor, some things have not changed when we observe our surroundings. There are no black holes, neutron stars, or anything else that could be dangerous in our environment. This is a very favorable situation for life on Earth, because if a strong gamma-ray burst occurs, the Earth can be easily destroyed. So what would happen if a black hole or pulsar entered our solar system? It's scary to imagine. Does this mean that our position in the Milky Way has been a stable, peaceful, and safe zone since its inception, or at least for most of the time? In fact, the situation has not always been like this. So when we look back 5 billion years ago, when even the Sun did not exist, what can we see? In order not to complicate the whole problem, let's temporarily put aside the movement of the Sun around the center of the Milky Way and discuss it in depth later. If we go back 5 billion years ago, not only can we not see the familiar Sun and Earth, but also most of the stars, Most of the celestial bodies that can be observed from the naked eye on Earth at present appeared at about the same time as the Sun, or much later. In addition to Chen Aishin and Hong Aishin, because these celestial bodies are very old, their origins may be traced back to 5 billion years ago. However, their light is very weak and requires a telescope to observe. However, we can see many extremely bright white giants and blue giants, which are newborn hot massive stars. These stars are like floating, and they disappear much faster than smaller and more stable stars such as the Sun. If there is an area in the Milky Way where many such stars can be seen, it means that stars are being actively born there. The place where the Sun was born is no exception. That place is called a molecular cloud, a huge interstellar cloud composed of gas and dust. Here, bright and hot stars are born, burn out, explode, and form other stars from their fragments, just like children. Scholars call the mother who gave birth to the Sun Kotlaku, and what awaits Kotlaku is the same fate as his sister star, that is, a superstar that gives birth to another star. When was the Sun born? It is very difficult to answer this question accurately, because scientists have not yet reached a clear consensus on when the Sun was born. In any case, it took a long time for the gas left after the Kotlaku explosion to create a new star with a planetary system. This period of time may be more than millions of years. When a small ball of matter formed in the cloud of gas and dust, the life of the Sun officially began. This may be presented through quantum fluctuations, or it may be caused by external influences, such as the powerful shockwave brought by the explosion of a nearby supernova. When the mass pulls the surrounding matter in its direction, the force will be relatively enhanced. The greater the mass, the stronger the gravity. From the moment it formed, the mass was spinning like almost everything in the universe. The larger the mass, the faster it would spin and contract under its own gravity. Then the surrounding cloud of matter would also rotate, forming something very much like a tornado. The rotation caused the contraction speed of different areas to be uneven, making the cloud appear like a flat handle with a thick block in the center. That is to say, These are the raw materials for the later production of the solar system. Most of the material of the grain handle is concentrated in the mass in the central part. Even now, more than 99% of the total mass of the solar system is concentrated in the Sun, and the mass itself does not actually have such a large amount of material concentrated in a small volume, which will cause gravitational contraction, thereby causing heating. As the mass absorbs more material, the contraction will become more intense, and the interior will gradually heat up actively, and the temperature will eventually reach several million degrees Celsius, triggering an amazing nuclear fusion reaction. From this moment on, the mass became a star, which is the Sun we know, although it was still very young and looked very hazy at this time, but it was still the Sun. What happened to the part of the calcite cloud that has been orbiting the mass so fast but never fell? You should have noticed by now that the planets were formed in that place, and the principle of formation is the same as that of the Sun, but the amount of material is much less. But in any case, each planet is produced by similar clumps of material. They attract, collide, and fuse the things around them. Scholars call these microstars. Microstars themselves are very small, about the same as asteroids. In fact, many of the asteroids that exist today are remnants of what was created long ago, and from these small bodies, stronger and more stable planets were created, just like slowly building a building with bricks. Until now, it has been believed that the planets in the solar system were formed in roughly the same positions as their current orbits, and there were 8 of them, just as there are now. However, according to new research results, this existing theory is wrong. There may have been more protoplanets, perhaps dozens, with disordered and unstable orbits, and they looked very different from what we observe today. The planets collided with each other and pushed each other out of the solar system, as if they were competing. This terrible conflict lasted for at least 100 million years and left many scars. For example, the collision between the Earth and another planet created the Moon. In addition, due to this drastic change, Mercury lost almost all of its terrestrial polarity, and Uranus began to rotate sideways. After these upheavals, only 8 major stars were left in the solar system. But that's not the end of the story. Jupiter once left its orbit and headed straight for the Sun, destroying a large asteroid in the asteroid bag in the process. In addition, Jupiter is likely to have been preventing Mars from absorbing enough material or plundering it, which is probably the main reason why Mars is much smaller than Earth or Venus. At this time, the fate of the Earth is also in jeopardy. Jupiter may destroy the Earth or throw it into space without mercy. In addition, Jupiter itself may have entered an orbit closer to the Sun than Mercury, becoming a scorching giant star, which is what we have mentioned before. Hot Jupiters. Scientists already know that there are many such stars around other stars. However, Jupiter was hindered by the gravity of another giant star, Saturn, and after that, Jupiter, which is nearly $1.50 from the Sun, began to slowly move away again. At some point during this period, maybe even earlier, Neptune may have been pushed to the edge of the solar system by Jupiter. Once Jupiter calmed down and entered the same orbit as it is now, nothing else attempted to disturb the quiet solar system. The Sun slowly burned more and more fiercely, precious life was born on Earth, and many celestial bodies continued to orbit the center of the galaxy. The dust, gas, and star collection that created the Sun have been destroyed and scattered everywhere. So where is our home in the Milky Way? And where are the sister stars that were born with the Sun? We have no way of knowing the correct answers to these questions. Today's video will end here. Let's continue discussing this topic next time. If you like this content, be sure to remember to secretly like and share it on social networking sites with your friends and family. Your support is the biggest motivation for us to continue to operate this channel. Look forward to the next video together. Bye.